Deep in the heart of Pinewood Forest, where the trees whispered ancient secrets and the streams giggled over smooth stones, lived a bear named Barlo. Barlo wasn't just any bear. He was big and fuzzy and had a heart full of something very special. You see, while other bears were dreaming of honeycomb and juicy berries, Barlo had a different kind of lovey, adored the moon. Every single night, as twilight painted the sky in shades of purple and orange, Barlo would lumber up to his favorite spot on Whispering Hill. He'd sit there, his big, furry body a dark silhouette against the fading light, and he'd just wait. And then it would appear. First a sliver, then a glowing crescent, and finally a magnificent silvery orb floating in the inky blackness. Barlo would gaze up at it for hours, a soft smile on his face, and he'd whisper to the silent night, "You're so beautiful." The moon was his constant companion, his nightly spectacle, the silent keeper of his burly dreams. But one night, something was terribly wrong. Barlo padded up Whispering Hill, settled into his usual spot, and waited, and waited. The stars began to pop out, one by one, like tiny scattered diamonds. But the familiar, gentle glow he longed for was missing. Barlo's furry brow furrowed with worry. His heart thumped a nervous rhythm in his chest. Nothing. A gasp escaped his throat, a puff of steam in the chilly air. The words hung in the air, heavy with disbelief and a growing sense of dread. The night felt empty, incomplete. A wave of panic washed over Barlo. He couldn't just sit there. He had to do something. He scrambled down the hill, his mind racing. Where could the moon have gone? His search began immediately. But all he found were sleeping birds and rustling leaves. Next, he rushed to the edge of the rushing river. He stared into the dark, swirling water, hoping to see a familiar reflection. Maybe the moon had fallen in and needed help, but the river only reflected the pinprick stars, offering no clues. The sound of the water seemed to mock his frantic search. He didn't stop there. With a determination born of true affection, Barlo clambered up the steep, rocky slopes of the nearby mountains. He climbed higher and higher, his paws scraping against the cold stone, calling out its name into the echoing valleys. "Moon, where are you?" But his only answer was the lonely whistle of the wind. The forest was plunged into an unfamiliar, deep darkness. The smaller creatures huddled in their burrows, frightened by the complete absence of their nightly guardian. Barlo felt a pang of despair, but he quickly shook it off. Giving up was not an option. His friend was missing, and he would search every shadow, every nook, every cranny of the entire world if he had to. Just as his hope was beginning to flicker, he noticed something. High above the tallest peak there was a cloud. It was thicker and puffier than all the others, and it seemed to be trembling ever so slightly. Driven by a final surge of instinct, Barlo climbed towards it. As he got closer, he saw a faint, timid glimmer from behind the cloud's edge. His heart leaped. He'd found her. He gently nudged the edge of the fluffy cloud with his nose. Hiding behind it, looking small and dim, was Luna, the moon. She looked incredibly sad. "There you are," Barlo said, his voice soft and full of relief. But the moon didn't shine brightly. "I'm too shy tonight," she whispered, her voice barely a glimmer of sound. "I don't feel bright. I don't feel beautiful." Barlo looked at the sad, pale moon, and a warm, genuine smile spread across his face. It was a smile that reached his kind eyes. "Oh, Luna," he said gently, "I don't love you because you're bright. I don't love you for how you light up the sky. I love you because you're you. Whether you're a full, glowing circle or a tiny hidden sliver, you are my friend." Hearing his words, the moon peeked out from behind the cloud. Just a little, a soft, gentle light touched Barlo's face. Encouraged by his steadfast friendship, she glowed a little more, and then a little brighter, and brighter still. The warmth of Barlo's unconditional love was like fuel for her light, chasing away her doubt. Soon a magnificent, silvery radiance poured down from the sky, bathing Pinewood Forest in a familiar, comforting glow. The darkness retreated. Down below, the forest animals poked their heads out of their homes and let out a collective cheer. Their beautiful nightlight was back. The crickets began to chirp their happy song again, and the river sparkled as if it were filled with diamonds. Up on the mountain, the moon turned her full, brilliant face to the little bear. "Thank you, Barlo," she whispered, her voice now clear and full of light. "You reminded me that even the moon needs a friend." Barlo made his way back down to his favorite spot on Whispering Hill. He curled up in the soft grass, basking in the beautiful moonlight. He felt a warmth spreading through his chest, a feeling of deep contentment and joy. As he drifted off to sleep under the watchful eye of his dearest friend, Barlo the bear knew his heart was glowing brighter than any star in the sky. Thank you for joining us for this wonderful story. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more heartwarming tales. We'll see you next time.